afford to look human, you're going to the farm. It's as simple as that.
Do you have any idea how much it costs to have an entire family in glamour?
I can't finish the mirror. It's missing a piece.
Crane must have taken a shard with him. The open arms.
Enjoy your stay.
Thanks, Bigby. And thanks for covering for me last time, too.
Well, the glitch just typed.
How could you do this to me? I guess I finally see you for who you are! Tell me who did it! Just tell me who did it! I know you know!
I don't think he did it.
What?
Look at him. Do you really think this man murdered these women?
He's literally just the worst at arguing anything ever. He doesn't understand how, like,
Just
a human brain
okay?
is supposed to
Take
work.
Crane.
Well, this is gonna be a beautiful relationship we have with you guys. Really. I mean it. Out with the old.
If Draco Malfoy was
Long live the
a
queen.
lion, him and Simba would be the exact same character. Is he friends with Chris Stuckman? I don't think so. Because Chris Stuckman's ripped on, like, Lights Camera Jackson before. And I mean, Confused Matthew is about 1,000,000 times worse than Lights Camera Jackson.
See you around.
I'm so naked and vulnerable right now.
He'll be okay, though. He'll be okay?
Oh fuck!
Internal organs are
French
positively
vanilla
riddled.
flavored creamy vodka beverage.
If I don't extract every single scrap of
Delicious.
silver, he's liable to suffer some long-term toxicosis.
Vodka mud shake. Holy shit!
Easy there. Try not to move.
Bigby.
Yeah, I said Confused
We can't
Matthew
keep bleeding this way,
is
old
worse
boy.
than
I
than,
figured it'd be done before you were conscious.
Lights Camera Jackson.
There's
Not
little I
Chris
can do for
Stuckman.
the
Chris
pain.
Stuckman's decent.
Just stay still and let me finish.
My arm! Narm.
Yes, very ugly, but not life-threatening. I can't say the same for these bullets peppered throughout your vital organs.
Please, Bigby, don't move it. Doctor.
Look, I'm a bit engaged saving his life at the moment. but if
Confused
the
Matthew
French
just does
extremity
not
concerns him that
understand
much, he can
filmmaking
say it
at all.
himself.
He says that Stanley Kubrick is one of the worst writers ever. The basis for every argument he's ever made is, I expected something different. Literally. He gets upset when his expectations aren't met. Doesn't realize that his expectations are unreasonable, like... Sorry if you wanted the main character in The Lion King to be a goody two-shoes, no flaws,
Not bad.
unrealistic
That'll do, I
child.
suppose.
Like,
He's
apparently
lucky to
you
be
think
alive.
that all children are
Won't
just,
be
like,
next time if he keeps going like this.
completely
Maybe listen to me before.
perfect,
Maybe he'll
without
listen to
any
you.
flaws
I
or
don't know
any
about that.
any wants.
Well, he should.
This.
Simba acted like a child, because that's how children act.
Right. Just relax.
Like, I don't see how you can have a problem with that. Criticizing the main character when they're at the point of their life when they are a
Excuse me,
child.
Miss White, but perhaps it'd
And
be
saying,
better if you gave
this
me a
main
few minutes to
character's
finish
so
it."
unlikable. Why is he
I
acting
think I
like
should
such a
stay,
child?
at least
Maybe it's
until
because he's a child.
Out of the woods.
Fuck.
Believe me, Bigby couldn't
Like,
be in
he's
better
filled
hands.
with
I
non-arguments.
need the
It's
space to
so
work,
annoying.
If you wouldn't mind, we'd appreciate the headroom.
Don't worry, Snow. I'll be okay.
We'll be done in a moment. Just please, give us the time.
Yeah, it's called a fucking character arc.
Hey, Doc.
Like,
how
he
much
just he
longer?
doesn't understand
Leave him be.
the most
It's
basic
finished when
things
it's
about
finished.
filmmaking
'Cause
or
I once
character
watched a
or
vet sew
writing.
a turtle together in 10 minutes flat.
And he
Colin,
sounds so
you're not even
whiny
supposed
every
to be
time he
here right
talks.
now.
Oh,
I guess I
really?
sound kind
Where
of
am I
whiny
supposed to
sometimes,
be?
but
I'm here to take care of my friend.
At least
With
I have
what?
arguments.
Your hooves?
Hey, listen.
I need quiet!
Keep it down back there. Thank you.
Could I get some quiet in here?
Yes, that would be
Watch his
helpful.
Lion King review.
Sorry.
There. All done.
It's
Great.
actually, like, ridiculous. Watch his 2001 A Space Odyssey review.
Having visits
Watch
with
his
me.
No Country for Old Men
Well,
review.
This time was no joke.
He hates all of those
As many
movies,
metal shellings as you
but
see
he
fit,
loves
take just
Beauty
one
and the
more silver
Beast.
round near your heart, and the only place I'll be visiting you is the morgue. Miss White.
Like, pretty much any
Very
argument he
fine
could
for the
possibly
light
have
beam, if
against
he can
The
figure
Lion
out what
King
that
is
means.
also present in Beauty and the
He knows
Beast.
what it means.
The Lion King's not a
just been
perfect movie.
An unusual couple of days.
There's
I
some
know.
minor flaws in
Please,
it,
don't
but
give him the excuse.
Beauty and the Beast is one of the
His
most
body
flawed
will
Disney
eventually
movies
give
ever
out.
made.
Take care of him, please.
I will. He'll need rest, I assume.
I'm right here, guys. Come on.
Anyways, guard against, as they say. Miss White.
Seriously, guys, watch
Yes?
his No Country for Old Men review.
Swiney.
He literally just shows the longer shots, like, you know, when Anton Chigurh is walking up to the trailer and the camera follows his feet, and it follows his no wait, is it the sheriff that walks up to the trailer or Anton? I forget. But
So,
there's a character walking up to like a trailer,
how do
or maybe
you,
it's Anton walking up to
It's Bigby, Snow.
another building.
He'll
But
be okay.
basically,
Hell, I seen him
one of the
fight
defining
worse.
features of No
Not
Country
much
for Old
worse.
Men, like
How do you
shit.
think I feel?
One of the
Shit.
defining features of
You
No
should
Country
see
for
how you
Old
look.
Men is its pacing, is its
you
suspense,
had
is its tension.
us- you had us
It builds.
worried there.
There's
for
a lot of soft build up to it.
You stopped breathing, you know,
You know,
when you passed out or
it lets you absorb things.
died,
It's a Coen
I
Brothers
guess.
movie. And literally, he just talks over
it kind of
shots
scared
in the
hell
movie
out
that
of me.
really aren't that long to begin with. Like, if
Never
you've seen
you like that. And
if you've
when
seen a
something
decent amount of
happened,
movies, then
you know
there's
him,
no way you
he's
could
never
consider
worried.
No Country
And
for Old
even
Men
he
to be
thought we
like
were-
an extremely
I don't know.
slow-paced
It
movie.
was just awful.
There's so many more slower-paced movies than that. Come on. But he'll look at these
Yeah,
shots and
you
he'll
were
show them.
really
He'll be like,
fucked up, man.
nothing's
You look like when you take an
happening.
action figure
Oh
and
my
bend its limbs the
god,
wrong
nothing's
way.
happening.
Colin,
Like, just,
I'm just saying, I was
completely
worried
not
about him, is all.
understanding what
Guy hasn't
pacing
had a night's
is,
rest in
what
days.
build-up
Well, I'll get
is,
some
what
rest
tension
when this
is,
whole
what
thing
suspense
starts.
is. Like,
What
I'm
whole
sorry you don't
thing?
feel those
Well,
things.
What's even happening out there? I mean, do
But
you guys have
the
like a
film is
plan or
orchestrated
something?
in a way where,
And who should I be
because of
asking?
how it's presented and the way that you're
Should I be
complaining
worried
about,
the
it's
crooked man
actually
taking over?
extremely
Or is
effective
Crane
for the
still
majority
there?
of people.
Crooked Man, Bloody Mary.
And yet he's
Beatles.
talking about
This is bigger than
these
what I thought
clearly
it was.
intentional choices made in filmmaking as though
the
they're
Crooked Man
mistakes,
came out of the shadows for a reason. For him
as
to
though they're
attack us so
unintentional
blatantly
somehow.
like that.
It's very
He
it's
either
very
feels
annoying.
invincible or desperate.
Well, if those are my two options, I don't think I'd pick desperate.
What do you mean?
You traded Crane to save Bigby. I'm just saying, that's not exactly something you do when you're playing with house money.
Yeah, thanks, Snow, for all that back there.
No problem.
Thanks.
I don't know. I don't
You're not
necessarily
pissed
agree
that
with Max
Crane's flown
Landis
the
on
coop?
the new Star Wars movie,
Or
but
that
I
the
don't think that
Crooked Man
people should
thinks he's
be
got snow under
downvoting
his
him
thumb.
that hard and freaking out
You're
about it.
all mad
Star
about
Wars
it,
fans
Colin.
are fucking
It's not like
sensitive.
we had a strong choice in the matter.
Of course I'm pissed, but what's done is done.
Okay.
All I care about right now is just what does the Crooked Man want out of this? I thought he was just a loan shark, but clearly he's operating in other circles. It can't just be about Crane, right? Getting him out of town? Is this all about the murders?
It's literally
Crane
impossible
can't
to
be
watch
useful
a
to him
confused
anymore.
Crane was a
Matthew
puppet,
review without having
and the
like
Crooked Man were
a
the
million
stars.
legitimate
This is all
comebacks
about
in your
control
head
of
that you
Fabletown.
wish you could just,
But then what do
shout
prostitutes
out.
have to do with it?
you know, that you wish
Really?
you could just
And Faith?
have
I
some
don't
sort
know
of
how it
a
all works out yet, but
conversation
I know
with
it
him in
does.
which he might understand your
Somehow.
perspective, but
The Crooked
the way that
Man
he makes his reviews, you can
declared
tell that
war
like
against
you
us last
could not
night.
possibly get through to him no
At
matter
least
how
that's
hard you
what I
tried.
thought when it happened. But
Like,
Now
there's
I
no
see
way
this
he hasn't
war
heard
has been going
everybody
on
else say
for
those exact
years.
same
We
things.
just haven't noticed it.
Everything
because
that's
our way
wrong
of
about
doing
his
things
logic and
is
his
broken.
reviews is so obvious
to do
that
things
it fills
right
the comments
way.
section.
What does that mean? The
Like,
right
everybody
way?
and their grandmother has
think I
explained to him
I don't
everything
know,
that's
but it suspiciously
that's
sounds like you're
flawed about his
the
reasoning
one on
and
the
way of
front
thinking
lines.
when it comes to
You can't
movies.
give him a leash. He doesn't work that way.
And he just
A
he,
little restraint
doubles
and
down
thought
on it.
behind things will
That's
never
it.
hurt anyone, Colin.
Look, I know things haven't gone great recently, but we're still doing our best.
That's not good enough.
Yeah, Koopa the Troopa. I know
starting
exactly.
now, we do
Again,
everything
if
cut
you
and
if you
dry,
just
by the book,
take
straight
that
as an
quote
arrow.
and look at it and think
Pure
like
as driven snow.
I'm not
it
saying
it
I'm
just
the
really
arbiter.
easily
Sure
falls
you're
into line the theme of him being like,
This town has enough.
this
monsters.
movie isn't the way I
What
want it
happened
to
last
be.
night, what you
But that's
turned
not what a
into,
flaw is, you know? Like,
it
you don't
can't happen
understand
again.
intent.
We
You
need
don't
monsters
understand
to fight
choices.
monsters.
Colin, if I
You can't
really
just say,
believed
"I
that
wish
he
it was
needed
this
him
way
to lose
instead,"
his
and that's
flippin'
why
mind
it's
at a moment's
flawed.
notice, then that would
If you
mean
can make
I
an
lost
argument
all
as to
faith
why
in our
your
ability to
case
help
would have
this
been
town.
better other than,
Just
I
let
would have
that
liked
side
it
of you
better
be
this
done,
way.
okay?
Like,
Be done,
so
be buried,
stupid.
and we can all move on.
I'll do better. We'll do better. We have to be better than them, or what's the point?
Right, exactly. Thank you. Look, I'm sorry that I have to bring all this up, but I think it's important. Look, Bigby, I care about how this is done just as much as I care about it getting done.
So for that, you want to give him a handicap? Like the bad guys will worry if shit gets sloppy. Everybody
This game's
wants
taking
Bigby
its
to
sweet
smile
time.
and shave and take a shower now and then.
Hold on. Who says I'm sloppy? I always do what I do for a reason.
And it's all turned out how you planned.
He'll get the job done. Just let him do it.
I'm going to let you do it, okay? It's just that now that I'm deputy mayor, I need your respect. And this situation has to end.
What situation?
All unglamored fables starting today have to go and stay.
Oh, give me a
yeah,
fucking
fuck
break.
you.
Are you gonna let her talk to me like that?
I'm not
It's been the
enforcing
rule
that,
for a
bitch.
reason, Colin.
That's not gonna happen.
Yes, it will.
It's an impossible rule to enforce, Snow. You really expect
Confused
to round up
Matthew
every
has
talking
like, I
cat
think,
and raven in
11,000
town?
subscribers.
There's not that many stragglers left.
When I made my review
Except for
channel,
one or two you make
oh
excuses
Jesus, that
for.
phone. When I made my review channel in June of 2010, it was
Wolf's
heavily
residence.
inspired by the
That's
fact that
rude.
he had a lot of attention
Buffkin,
on
what
his
is it?
channel, or what I perceived at the time to be a decent amount of attention.
Okay, I'll let him know.
He had something like 8 or
Thanks.
9,000 subscribers
Guess
in
who's
June of
waiting in your
2010,
office
and I
right
thought,
now?
if he can get subscribers and have an audience, then I can do it.
Narissa.
And that he was a
That broad from
pretty
the
big
Puddin' Pie?
inspiration to me
Yes.
in terms of
Apparently,
what not
she
to
told
do.
Buffkin that she has something she needs to talk to
He
you
is
about.
he is
But
one
that
of
she'll
the
only tell you. And what do you think that could be?
most inspiring
Bigby's
YouTubers
got
for
an
me in terms
admirer.
of me making
you
my
always
channel.
do well with the disenfranchised. Something about your prickly demeanor attracts him like a moth to a flame.
I haven't the slightest.
Okay. I should get back to the business office. I've left Buffkin alone for too long taking calls. And I should probably change out of these clothes. Consider the discussion tabled but not over. Let me know when you're done with Narissa.
Aye, aye, Captain. She's a piece of work. Hey, you're not really gonna send me to the farm, are you? I mean, she seemed real serious about it, but I can still hang out here.
Look, maybe a few will get sent up, but you're my friend, Colin. I wouldn't do that to
Yeah.
you. Don't worry about it.
Thanks, Bigby.
Yeah, I'll just stay here being a pig. Huh. I would like his tone and presentation and just like lazy editing and shitty mic and whiny voice and all that would be okay if he made decent arguments. I don't have to agree with him on what he's talking about. He just needs to explain it in a way where I can see where he's coming from and it's not just literally, I wish it was like this instead, over and over and over again. You don't, like, he doesn't back up his arguments with reasoning at all. It's very frustrating. I encourage all of you to watch his reviews, seriously. Like, it's not even... It requires no explanation from my part to see exactly what I'm talking about, you know?
Hi, Nerissa. Have a seat.
Like, I don't agree with Chris Stuckman on a shit ton of things, but I can understand where he's coming from. I can tell why he likes something. He makes reasonable arguments. Even if I disagree with him. Most of the time, probably.
Are you okay? You didn't look good last night. I wasn't sure you'd be...
Don't be fooled by this. I didn't get the worst of it.
Huff and Puffs. Not many people smoke those.
Yeah, well, fuck you. I ain't no camel. I'm a wolf. I'm gonna huff and puff and blow your house down. Get it? Fables?
Thanks.
Get it? He's the
There's
big
not
bad
a lot
wolf.
that I can
Huff
talk
and puff.
about.
It's his cigarette
know
brand.
So
You
that's
see that? You see that
trying to break.
subtext that they're giving? You see how they keep repeating the brand name of cigarettes that he smokes? Because he's the big bad wolf? He's gonna huff and puff
What
and
I
blow
mean-
your house down?
I don't want to waste your time.
Yeah.
But I don't want you wasting your own time either.
Back in
Yeah,
the
I think he
dressing
did retire and I just
putting
forgot.
by. I told
I
you
think
what
he
I
did
was
say he
looking
was
for.
gonna stop
You
making
found a way
videos
to
and I just
tell me.
forgot and I keep
Sent me
complaining
the
as though
open
he's
arms.
actually doing
Maybe
anything.
that'll work again.
You can try. I just... Go ahead.
Crane wasn't the murderer. The open arms was a setup. And you sent me there. Was there someone else you wanted me to find there?
These lips are sealed.
I'll
If I
seal
could
him with
answer
my
you
dick.
Just like that, I wouldn't have had to make that appointment with you.
No, I guess not.
Sometimes we have to find our way through life on our own, grasping and fumbling in the dark. I used to have friends to help me find my way, but now they're gone, and I don't know what to do.
You can trust me.
Are you saying you need a friend right now?
If I were to rank
can
my
trust
least
me.
favorite reviewers, it would be like
What I'm saying
Confused
is friends
Matthew,
matter.
and then
And I-
Fellas, if that's how
I
you
don't
pronounce
have
his
any
name.
left. So
His
I
Funny
hope
Games
you're
review
looking
was
after yours.
kind of unbearable. And it's
Are
so
you?
funny because he had to. Sorry.
Look around you.
So I suspect my
Are
friends.
you?
Fellas
telling me
made
my
a
friends
Funny
were
Games
involved?
review where he just bashed it,
sorry.
but his
Thought I could do this.
hate for it
I
was
need you to know,
fueled
I
by a
want
lot
to
of
help,
misunderstanding about the film.
but
And he got so much backlash from people having to explain to
Come
him
on. Just
what the movie
talk.
was about and the points it was making that he made a second video on Funny Games saying,
I'm
well, yeah, I might have
sorry
been
if
wrong
I'm
about the
wasting
whole
your
point of the
time.
film, but it's still bad and it
knew
was
what to
actually
say.
really
Ribbons.
obvious. Like, whoa, I get it. I'm
Fake
such an
woman,
auteur.
too.
Look at me. I'm Michael Haneke.
do you like
And he
it?
just did that the whole review and like, okay, well,
Do you?
It's not how it looks that concerns me.
okay, if you don't like
what
it,
it
you don't like
does.
it, but you can't
That's
you can't
why
act as
can't
though
tell me
like
anything.
intent
It's the
equals
ribbon, isn't it?
mistake. I hate that notion. If a director intended something, it's not a mistake. It just means you didn't like it. And I acknowledge that a lot in my reviews, I would think. Remove your ribbon. There's so many
No!
too artsy for me movies out there that I don't like.
Just stay
But I'm not
back.
gonna go like, oh, Gene Delman,
You can't.
that's a mistake and everything about it's
Slow
wrong,
down.
like just because
It's all
it's
right.
a movie that's 3.5 hours of a woman cleaning her house, like, it's pretty obvious the director knew
Please.
that.
Don't.
Just because I don't like it doesn't mean it was a mistake. It wasn't bad. Chantal Ackerman being some
Okay.
crazy
I get it.
fucking art
So the
lady doing her
If you take them
experimental
off,
art house films that I don't even think are that great, but I mean, it doesn't mean that it's bad because I don't like it. Yeah.
If anyone finds out I came here,
that's probably.
I don't
smart.
even think this nostalgia critic has like
Listen,
terrible opinions.
Sheriff.
And I don't think that he
can
like
you keep this
I wouldn't
conversation
consider the
between us?
nostalgia critic to be like that terrible
could
when
be
it
in a
comes
lot
to
of trouble.
I'm gonna have to tell Snow.
him being honest
has
with
to know
himself
about
or
the
liking a
rhythms.
movie or anything like
If you
that. I mean,
have
he had
to,
some decent
just
things to say about
don't tell
artificial
anyone else.
intelligence. He liked Paranormal Activity 4, I think. I don't remember. There was some really shitty horror movie that he liked that I was like,
Sorry,
really?
I just need
But-
to talk to the sheriff for a moment. Please
I mean, he
excuse
doesn't
me.
doesn't go around
I might have a new
calling
lead
out
for you, but I don't know how solid it is.
intelligent art films
Beauty
and
and
then
Beast called the office
pretending
just
as though
now.
everything
They
that
said
they
they wanted to
intentionally
talk to
did
you about
is a
something.
mistake.
I wonder if they've heard about
At
Crane.
least he doesn't do that, you know?
Thank you for listening, Sheriff. You should go on to your next business. I don't think you'll be wasting your time.
Wait, you don't have to go.
Everybody liked Unfriended. Chris Stuckman liked Unfriended. That's the whole point of me making
That
my reviews
was,
sometimes, is that, like,
abrupt?
people need a fucking breath of
to
fresh
send a
air when
message.
everybody's saying, oh, it was actually pretty good.
What did she tell you?
Needs to somebody to
didn't mean
show
to
up
rush
and
her
just
out.
say, you know what, this is actually
Did
a
you get
piece of
anything from
shit.
her?
Don't worry, I handled it. She couldn't talk because
I don't
of
like
the
this
magic.
episode.
We managed to understand each other.
You know, in episodic
I did
content
my
like
job,
this,
my way. What did you expect?
I really
Do you really want to know? Because you have
There's-
given me reason to doubt you. Surely
Are you a
even
free
you can see
bleeder?
that.
You didn't
there's
see
so
any
much
blood,
build up
did
to
you?
the
Big B, that's
end of the
not
was
previous
perfectly
episode,
fucking
and then it just like it slows down
She
again
and I
at
had
the
as good a
beginning of this.
conversation
You
as
know,
we
like
could,
it's a little
given
frustrating.
the
But
circumstances. And I'm pretty sure she left convinced we're on the right track.
Okay then. Good work.
a lot of reviewers' standards
So,
for
about
movies are
Beauty
really
and
fucking
Beast,
low. I
do you think
agree.
there's something to
That's
it?
why I'm here.
Is this the right place to look? What could they know about the Crooked Man? Or do you think they just heard about last night?
Beauty told me she had to take out a loan from the Crooked Man. Seems like a pretty bad deal.
I can only imagine what they're thinking now. We need to solve this before something else happens. Who knows what?
You have to also understand that,
I
like,
have other
a
matters
lot of
to attend to.
successful reviewers get successful because of their opinions. Meaning that their opinions are most likely, if somebody is a successful reviewer, their opinions are most likely going to reflect that of the average moviegoers. Because when people want to see a critic, they want to hear somebody agree with them, and the general public is the average moviegoer. So you're going to see a lot of really popular, successful critics where all they do is just reflect
What are you?
the opinions of the average moviegoer.
Well,
It's an
Just
an
going
inevitable
around knocking on doors,
phenomenon.
stirring the pot.
Expecting
I'm
someone
sorry.
else?
Were you expecting someone else?
No, that was. Forget it. What do you want, Big B?
Listen, I've had a shitty
You
night,
think you're the only one?
and I really don't want to deal with the runaround. Snow said you called and wanted to talk to me.
Well, I didn't call. Must have been.
Yeah,
you.
see, I don't.
She's
I'm proud to
surprisingly
have a significant amount of people that follow
So
my
have you.
my channel that don't
Yet with
agree
all
with
the
me.
Sneaking around and secrets.
Because then I know I'm
somehow
doing
still the
something
bad guy in this.
more than just
I've had to
sharing
hear
an
about
opinion.
it all night long from her.
Who is it?
I'm either
Who's there?
providing some sort of
Beast? Who's at the door?
of
You don't wanna talk.
artistic
Can you just
value
get
through
Beauty for me?
editing
I
or
don't
humor,
know.
or
Is it safe to
some people
turn
might
my
just
back?
enjoy hearing my reasoning or say that I'm half decent at making
It's
an
your
argument.
pal, Big B.
and they can just
Hi,
disagree with
Bigby.
me, but at least
Please
understand where I'm
excuse us
coming
for
from.
Just a minute. Can I talk to you?
I'm
in
still paying
private?
attention to the game.
Yes.
It's just like
Let's.
everything that's happening in this episode is just so fucking boring that I might as well be talking about something else.
I guess I really do have the smallest apartment.
I was
in
ready.
Woodlands.
The way this game was paced so far, I was ready for shit to like start happening. It had such a build-up in the previous episode that I was ready to just like
Well, I trust
get
him.
the ball rolling. You know, I just got shot.
It was one
Now I'm like
thing.
stuck dicking around looking at shit
About
again.
living in the past.
I'm gonna try to sort this out.
This would make sense if like I played episode 3 and then waited 4 months for them to release the next episode or something. And then I just got back to it and I needed to build up again, but
We need to talk to Bigby.
if it's all a part of the same game, they should have it paced in a way, in my opinion, they should have it paced in a way where you can play through the whole thing and it doesn't immediately
thanks
get
for letting us
stale as
finish
soon as
our
the next episode
conversation.
starts.
Sorry, it's been a long night.
Yeah, you know what they say. Centuries of marriage come with centuries of baggage.
I gotta say, your place, it looks
Thanks, Big Match, John.
expensive.
What do you mean by that?
Beast!
No, really, I want to know. What are you trying to say,
Super
huh?
burb.
Did you come
Sorry.
to give us decorating tips?
I thought you were having money problems, but it doesn't look like you're suffering to me. Is this something about that loan you took out from the crooked man?
I didn't know what else to do.
Yeah, everybody else is already saying that this episode is slow as shit. So I guess I wasn't
and I want to
completely
see if he can
unwarranted
help
by
us
just
out.
getting bored really
Why
quickly
are
and
you being
talking
like
over the whole
I'm
fucking
just trying
thing.
to do what's best for us.
Well, what kind of trouble are you in? Either it's the money or it's something else.
I gotta know one thing first. What if we did have
Gay
something
is a
to say about the
preference, so
crooked
just because you would have sex
What
with
if
a
we
man doesn't
talk
mean that
and
you're
you
any
don't
bit
get it?
gay.
And all this comes
Being
back on
bisexual
us?
doesn't mean you're a bit gay,
be
it means
risking
you're
a lot.
bisexual.
We've
Gay is a
seen what
preference.
happens when you cross the crooked
So you're not a bit
I don't know
preferenced
if
for
it's worth
men.
it, if you can't give us certain assurances.
You are in danger. You two need to cooperate so I can get the crooked man off the street. You don't want to be next. But if you'd rather deal with this on your own,
No, please don't.
then tell me what the fuck is going
I'm
on.
so
You're in
mad.
so much debt?
Can he just rip
Look
his
around
shirt
you.
off again?
This isn't the way people
Turn into a
short on
wolf and then
cash
just
live.
Look, we're used
Fuck
to a
me.
certain kind of
Is
lifestyle.
that what kind of
okay?
game this is?
We couldn't just give that
We
up.
never meant for it to get like this. It's just that we had nowhere else to turn, and we got in over our heads.
There's not a lot of work out there. Who would we be if we just lived like...
Black people.
Hi there, you've reached Beauty. And Beast. And we're out doing
They're so
something
gay.
fabulous.
let me just,
A day at the beach? Skiing the slopes?
Hey,
And we
we're not
can't
done
come
here.
to the phone
I
right
should-
now, so leave a message at the beep and we'll get back to you as soon
And
as...
stare you down.
humanly possible.
We're such a perfect couple. Wow, I hate these people.
I'm gonna come down there and
Fuck.
bash your heads in with that machine if I have to call again and hear that fucking message
That's what I would
one
say.
more time.
Oh, I love
I've
Tony.
been doing this long enough to know that if you had the cash, you'd have paid by now. So consider yourselves out of warnings. It's time to start thinking about how else you can settle this.
Who is that?
The crooked man's gonna get his, one way or another.
All I care about is, how can I find the crooked man? Who do I talk to? Where do I go?
The Lucky Pawn. That's where I borrowed the money. The Crooked Man's behind that place. I'd overheard people talking to Jersey about loans before. So, when I needed money, that's where I went. I didn't know what to do.
Who gets loans at a pawn shop anyway? What's really
Ugh.
going on at this place?
This is
The
slow as
Crooked Man
shit.
knows what people need to get by.
I got shot.
He provides.
I want to fuck
Besides,
that bitch up. What am I
didn't seem
doing?
like such a bad deal when Jersey Devil was explaining it. I can see now that it was a mistake, but I'm not the only one who goes there, you know. I saw the woodsman's axe there just the other day. It was in a display case.
I guess he's hit hard times too. There's a lot of that going around.
Fucking Bloody Mary must go through there. She had Woody's axe last night.
I know
Chop my damn
Tony
head off
follows
with
them
it.
on Twitter,
Maybe
and I've
if we
had
go there, we
conversations
can sort
with
some
him
things
about
out.
them.
I guess I'll go
But I
check
won't
out
say
the
what he
Lucky
said,
Pawn. If I can't
because
track
I
down the
mean,
Crooked
those were
Man
private
there,
conversations,
maybe I
but
can make enough noise that the Crooked Man will come
he's
find
not an
me.
idiot.
Hold
Let's
on,
just
Bigby,
say
don't
that.
go there. Sounds like you're just going to get Beauty in trouble. And... You know that butcher shop, the cut above? It's the place on Tubman Street. Same block as the baker and the candlestick maker. Well, I've been delivering packages.
The
from
baker
there
and the
for a while.
candlestick maker, blah.
The thing is, it's for the Crooked Man. And I don't think it's meat in the package.
You're telling me that with a place like this, you're so hard up that you need to work for the Crooked Man? The guy you're so afraid of? Bullshit.
It's not like he runs the
My stream
counter
went
and hands me
offline
the
for a second.
boxes.
Oh, let me just see if any frames got dropped. No frames dropped. That was on your end or
Never
Twitch's
met the
end.
guy.
How did you get involved with this?
Johann the butcher called. He had a problem with the refrigeration unit one night. But when I finished, it was your pal Mary who showed up to pay me. She said I was reliable. She liked that. And it's the only thing I've been able to pick up. And it's still not enough.
Well, you're done working there. If you want my help,
This episode makes me
is
want to
over.
sleep.
Yeah, of course. Of course. I just wanted to provide for Beauty. Give her the kind of life she deserves.
We shouldn't have to live like this, scraping to get by.
None of us should. We were royalty once. We were accustomed to a certain lifestyle. All we want is to make this place feel a little bit like home. You wouldn't understand, Bigby.
Fuck off, mate.
Fuck off. There are a lot of fables who have it a lot worse off than you. Or me, for that matter.
So, where are you going? If this all goes sideways, I'd like to know where it's coming from.
All right. Now I'm here. Nope.
I want to know what the Crooked Man is hiding at that butcher shop.
You know, Bigby, once you show up there, word is gonna spread. There may be nothing left for you to see if you go to the Lucky Pawn after.
Well,
I don't
guess
care.
I'll find
Fuck
out.
you. Let's get this ball rolling. The game's gonna end the exact same way no matter what I do.
I don't know what you're planning to do when you find the Crooked Man, but is there any way you could help us out?
What do you mean?
Well,
Wanna suck my
maybe
dick?
you can make this all just go away.
We would
I would love to
really
just slap
appreciate
you
it.
in the face right now
What
instead.
do
How
you
about
say?
that?
Can
Fuck
you help
yo.
us out? I don't go around fixing debts. Lucky for you, what I am gonna do might just fix it anyway.
Just keep us in mind, please.
I'm sure you'll do the right thing.
Jesus Christ.